Alright, greetings, Legunus, Delft here. Okay. And we are back to it. Alright, yes, I have the correct campaign loaded up. I kind of doubted that for a split sec. Okay, there's Mark, bodyguards. Where are we? Oh, we're in Steiner space. Okay, I guess we're doing some jobs here, and then we're going to go ahead and head back. So I'm going to wait until the Warhammer is, of course, done being repaired. No, no. Oh, you... Oh, I tried to pause it right away, and somehow that got it to play and continue the timeline instead. Oh... Oh, greetings, Craigrove. Yeah, that intro, what's his bucket? Budgie originally got that for me a while back, like years and years ago, and I haven't used it in ages. All right, and yeah, thank you. Sorry, my social interactive skills are rusty as I'll get out. Okay, so I want to go shoot stuff at high noon. Oh, wait, did they get rid of a bunch of the jobs? Oh. I don't want to be on the bad side of the pirates. Why are half the jobs versus pirates? I want to be on their good side, not their bad side. People suck. I mean, I get... Okay, well, just nitpick just a little bit. Why are all the pirates unionized? Why aren't there different faction pirates that don't even like each other? Literally, the most unionized faction in the entire game, pirates. Who, who unionized the pirates? Just spat. Dang it. Oh yeah, it's morning where you are, Craigroff. I was thinking for a split second. Wait, did he say good morning? Oh wait, I can't run the... Do I have anybody? No. Okay. Oh, Wolfbane. I was using Wolfbane. Can I hire a pilot? Because I'd like to bring that mech. I just waited for it. I mean, if I do hire one, it's gonna be a rook. Complete rookie.
Hey.
Periphery commenter, independent trader. Huh. Okay, for being called Bloodhound, you don't look that, well, bloodhoundy. I'm just saying.
I hear you. Waiting for orders. What are your orders?
Alright. Oh, dang it. Man, that noise. I still can't turn that crap off. Craigroff, my social skills are rusty. I want to shoot things. Slowly backs up without making eye contact. Man, my social skills are rusty. But I want to shoot things. So like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a perfectly sane reaction, to be honest. Okay, you know what?
Yes, Commander.
Whatever, I'm just gonna hire her. And I'm gonna throw her in that mech. And unfortunately, we're fighting Merrick, but apparently nothing for it. Craigroff, hard part is not running. It's stimulating. Man, I'm poor social interaction, but I like shooting things. It's like, eh. Yeah, that would be hard not to run. Okay, let's go. So I have a model of Deep Space Nine that I want to, I want to put it on display. I don't want it to just sit in its box. I want it to become sort of a part of this. But the question is, how do I do that? The only way I can possibly think of is to literally hang it from the ceiling, but that would require putting a pretty thick, like drilling a hole or something into the ceiling, which I don't want to do. So what I'm thinking of doing instead is creating a sort of rig that can hang off of my board back here, which cork board, yeah, hang off like the top of the cork board, where it'll sort of be those things that latch onto doors, where it through the door frame, through like the top of the door, it's hanging off of it, something like that. And then there's this arm that comes out, and then I could have my model of Deep Space Nine hanging from that, like right above my Star Trek plaque there. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Okay.
Command interface initiated.
I think Darius was just saying that we are engaging in heavy stealth today. Not stealth or light stealth. We're engaging in heavy stealth. Light stealth is where you very purposely never kill anyone. Regular stealth is where killing is optional. Heavy stealth is where, well, if there's no witnesses, no one ever saw you, right? Anyway, Kragerov, a superhero thing would be having a camera pointed on the model with your green screen in front of it. But yeah, also okay, that actually would be pretty cool. I just don't have a green screen right now. All I've got is this. But yes, that would be a very superhero thing to do. What's being shot at me? Arrow 4. I don't like that. But the guy shooting the Arrow 4 is clear back there. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Especially since that... Oh, dude, please don't be Inferno. If he's shooting Inferno Arrow 4, my life is about to get so much worse. Man, I hate it when the enemy's got an absolute load of artillery. They're just bleeding artillery out of every orifice. And you're just sitting there going, why? Why is my life like this?
Taking the shot.
Okay, who has... Does anyone? Oh, great. She's got that voice. That voice is so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does, but he's not going to get close enough to that artillery to be able to, Oh, yeah. Holy terror. Look at all that distance. He basically has to be here before he's... Yeah, he literally has to be, at the edge of this cliff before he's going to be close enough. That sucks. Worse than vampires. Okay. Well, the good news is that if I kill everything that can see me, their artillery is going to have a harder time shooting me. Commander. Okay. So, once again, we're going for the heavy stealth option. If there's no witnesses, technically, we were never spotted. Since learning about heavy stealth, I've become a big fan. Because it sucks when the enemy spots you, and then what do? Well, if they never report that they spotted you, or everyone they reported to also dies, were you ever spotted? I'd say no. Big fan of heavy stealth. If I didn't make that painfully clear. And I swear my autistic side just keeps showing way more than I would like it to. Ugh.
Let's see what you got. Receiving you.
Ooh, nice. I'm able to get real close with Mad Dog. I like Mad Dog. Ooh, I got him! Okay, and that was their artillery spotter. With him dead, I'm going to have a little bit of an easier time with this. Hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of, possibly. Of course you're here.
Going as fast as I can.
Holy crap, man. Okay. Hopefully they're shooting at me less now, because they can't actually see me. And all I gotta do is every time one of them spots me is shoot that person until they're dead. And technically, I remain in stealth.
Ready for orders.
I love that. I love this guy. His name is Bunny. It's like, Bunny here. Like, he sounds so polite, too. He shoots off a bunch of missiles at the enemy, and he's all like, and letting them have the Thunder Bunnies. And I'm like, I love this guy. Let's see, the page, Mr. Knight. Doesn't the Bible have a rule against death? Crusader, sure. But it isn't. Oh, theft. Bible have a rule against theft? Crusader, sure, but it isn't theft if they're all dead. Page, oh, yeah. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. It's all like, it's not theft if they're all dead. I'm just, at that point, looting a corpse. That's not theft. Their family members aren't right there to, lay claim to the items. Immediately, like, you look down and you see a grieving family member over the body, and the person looks down like, puts a knife into the person's hand, and they're all like, huh? And they're like, ah! It's sort of like the meme of the salamander who pops up and notices an Eldar baby. He's like, I can't kill the Eldar baby, an unarmed baby. I can't do that. And then he kind of like looks around and then tosses a knife out. You see the Eldar baby playing with this little like doll, and then it notices the knife and it's like, huh? Next thing you see is the salamander going, they've got a knife.
Yes, Commander.
Anyway,
Orders.
I thought it was funny.
Jump jet. Engage.
And in the end, I suppose that is the most important thing. Oh, here it comes. Oh, no Inferno. Thank goodness. Man, that would have started a huge fragging fire, and that would have been really aggravating. Okay, crash. Yes, you have sensor lock. So, please don't have ECM. It has ECM. Why? Okay, that Phoenix Hawk is admittedly going to be difficult to kill. Man, that's a lot of missiles missing.
Stand by. Waiting for orders.
I'm going to have him run around, because I want to use him as a spotter to see that stupid, what I'm pretty sure is a chaperone. And because this stupid Phoenix Hawk is the one spotting now, I can't just kill it.
Ready to rock.
Ooh, frag nuggets, I wish I could turn that off. Oh, every freaking time. Oh, if I'm not expecting it, scares the crap out of me.
10-4.
Okay, let's see. Now, seriously, when I was at the first elementary class, I went to the Psi of the school for a short tale I wrote in class. I went to this. Oh, that's what you mean by Psi. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, you went to the psychic? And then I was like, oh, no, the psychologist. And I was like, oh no. Like, what did you write? Now I'm curious.
Jumping.
The story is about a spider distracting a cat that had caught a mouse, and the story ended with the mouse run away and the cat, sad about it, had to eat the spider. Wait, that got you sent to the psychiatrist?
Enemy structure is weakening.
Why? That's so tame.
Hey.
I just... What person in their right mind's like, this child, disturbed, needs to go to the psychologist because
Of course, like me.
of a sad cat, mouse, spider dynamic.
Commander,
I just...
pulling off.
I don't have the words. I do not have the words. That is stupid on so many levels. Yes, we laughed hard at that, and the story too. Just... What the frack? Who?
Waiting for the right move.
Yeah, you definitely had every reason to laugh at whoever made the decision. And if... Oh, are you... No! Thunderbolt. 6 evasion. 6 evasion, and those thunderbolts casually hit anyway.
Oh, that hit me.
I'm actually a little bit angry right now. Man, 6 evasion is nothing anymore. It's nothing. Not versus the AI anyway. Because I've had a lot of... I literally had 6 evasion on one of my mechs in my other campaign. And 2 separate blackjacks, Omni blackjacks came out. And one with 2 LBX 10s came out and just casually hit it twice. And the other one came out and hit it with an Ultra AC twice. And I'm like, man, versus the AI, 6 evasion's nothing.
Orders.
Well, I'm going to try and get this guy to live.
Copy there. Ejecting.
Yep. Well, at least he ejected, which means the mech is decently into... This game should have a function for I can tell the pilot to just eject. Why is that not a thing? Because I should be able to tell that pilot, you're going to die if you stay in that mech, eject. But no. Harebrained schemes. Okay, alright. I'm going on a tangent. Okay.
Hold in for the right opportunity.
Okay.
Orders. Position confirmed.
And then I can't hit 4 evasion for crap. They're nailing things with 6 evasion like it's nothing. And with thunderbolts. And I can't hit something with 4. From downhill, oh yeah, being uphill gives you a huge advantage. Mad Dog, one of my best pilots, didn't even run him. Craigrov, it has the same XCOM effects. Sometimes stink of scripted. The game just decides when people get hit or not, regardless of what you did to protect them. Yeah, that is so true. And this has become a running gag for a while. Okay, that's got MRMs. That one's got the Thunderbolts. Don't get me wrong. All of these turrets are mean, but that's the one that's going to be murdering my guys.
Standing by.
So that's the one that really needs to die. Come on, jeez.
Engaging.
But lately, it's been really bad. Like, I'll go to a 1 skull mission, and it has more enemy units than a 2 skull mission. And I'm genuinely sitting there going, what the fuck? And, yeah, other nonsense like that. Ooh, he didn't move. So, Still, though, if I can capitalize on the fact that he didn't move, I should be able to... See, if you don't move, that's 32 and 44. If I have you move closer, does it get any better? No, it gets worse. So I should have you not move and just fire. That's a good amount of shots. If I can take down that Phoenix Hawk as far as I can tell, he's their heavy hitter. Besides that artillery and the turrets, of course. But as long as I take down the Phoenix Hawk, taking down the Spider should be relatively easy.
Time to give him the Thunder Bunnies.
I love that. Time to... Ooh, I got it! Time to give him the Thunder Bunnies.
That nerd.
Did you hear that? Take that, nerd.
Receiving you.
I love this guy.
Commander?
He's quickly becoming my favorite pilot. Take that, nerd.
Full speed. Holding. Lifting off.
You know what? Sure, I'll shoot at the Spider down there. Better odds of hitting something.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay. Crap. Cicada can't move all the turrets. I didn't think about this when I moved him up to that edge. Oh, but I had him stay in the trees. He could have had 6 evasion if he was one further, but he has 5 evasion in the trees. Maybe that'll save him, because, you know, 6 evasion is nothing versus the AI. At least not for me lately.
What's up, boss?
Not a lot of choice here. Just gotta let them start shooting at me. Oh, that's the Thunderbolts, isn't it? Yep. Oh, 1 hits, of course. But luckily, the Arctic Cheetah was able to take the hit. Plus, the trees probably helped. Oh, wow. They're actually realistically missing their shots now. Maybe the game heard me. Oh, the artillery, yeah. Craig Roth, it's incredible how nerd went from straight insult to simple label at the same rate computer tech became fundamental to our daily lives. Now, being nerd could be seen cool in some places. That's true. That is true. And calling somebody a nerd in an insulting way is more banter now. Don't get me wrong. You do still occasionally bump into someone who will say nerd in a derogatory way. But I feel like, at least where I'm from, it's more niche. Sorry, not niche. It's definitely rarer to have someone actually be insulting with the term nerd than it definitely used to be. When I was young, yeah, nerd and geek were kind of insulting terms. Not now, though. Definitely not now. Okay, Blackjack. I'm going to have you jump across. And then you'll be in prime position. Oh, I didn't... Ah, dang it. Oh, I screwed up. I hit tab. I thought the only firing arc he had was versus the Spider. And when you press tab in this game, you immediately go onto your first, potential target. I didn't see the firing arc versus the turrets. The good news is that I do really want that turret dead. The bad news is that if I'd really wanted to shoot that turret, I could have just used multi-target. So I wasted all of the potential straight shots that could have also hit that Spider. So irritating, but, not the end of the world. Plus, I guess it does give something for my Warhammer back here to shoot at still. Alright. Hopefully at least one of these shots hits. Oh, hey, 1 hit. Good enough for me.
Commander.
Okay. He's still in the trees, so high evasion and in the trees. So
All weapons.
hopefully that keeps him alive.
No.
Nice. Spider's dead.
Tango down.
I guess 3 salvageable parts in case I want to sell a spider. I don't remember how many parts came off the Phoenix Hawk intact. Oh, 10 evasion. I can make that work. I don't know, but then again, well, the Howler should be able to move.
Confirmed. I copy.
Nice. Okay. The Thunderbolts are now out of the equation, so they're not going to be ripping any of my guys apart with that. But I've still got these other rather nasty turrets I still got to deal with. Oh, wait, I could have... Nah, whatever.
Jump jet, engage.
Okay. I'll have her pinpoint that mech.
Lock.
Okay. And then... You know what? I'm just going to have her move over here for now.
Waiting for orders. Acknowledged.
Okay. Kragerov, I'm so glad you're sticking with this game. MechWarrior 5 is fun, but don't get me wrong, it seems to artificially lengthen time to engage for no reason with months of workshop for mechs. Oh, my fragging Terra, you are so right. Oh, it's painful how true that is. In this game, the repair times and whatnot, and mission times, are far more realistic. And sometimes the repetitiveness of enemies and missions. Agreed. Don't get me wrong. This game does have a repetitive issue. It really does. But it's nowhere near as bad as MechWarrior 5. I'm hoping that either the mods can eventually really buff the game out, or maybe PGI will finally pull their heads out and actually get that game on its feet. Because in my opinion, that game is definitely not yet on its feet. It needs some help. Big time. Okay, I'm going to have the longbow actually start booking it now. I want to actually get it somewhere useful. Because it's a ways back right now, and it's not doing a lot.
Oh, you're gonna get some now.
Yes, you are.
Okay, the Howler can
Ready
move.
for orders.
You. Have you jump? Oh, shoot. Oh, the Arctic Cheetah was what you were on. Oh, shoot. Okay, so you're just straight up not going to have a target. That's okay. Well, I'll have you move back to here. The Thunderbolts are out of the equation now. I don't think anything else is enough of a threat to really be scary right now. So go ahead and just shoot that building. And sometimes we're... Oh, wait. What the? I already read that part. I'm confused. Problem of MechWarrior 5 is also optimization. I can't play it now because room temp is 35 Celsius and my... That right there. I mean, I could... Right now... When I play even just BattleTech Advanced, my computer is kicking out a decent amount of heat. And so it heats up in here pretty quick just with this game, let alone MechWarrior 5, which means I have to have the AC running, more noise in the background that my microphone is definitely going to pick up. And that also means I'm spending more electricity.
Waiting for my opening.
Okay, you to here.
My way.
Fire. Nice.
locked on.
Good. Okay. Now I can start pouring fire into that fire starter. No pun intended. Come on. The only ones they can see are the ones the fire starter can see.
Letting the enemy go first.
Affirmative.
Okay. Neither one are, well, it's only firing the LRM-5s. I can fire those.
Good to go, boss. Moving. Time to give them the Thunder Bunnies.
Time to give them the Thunder Bunnies.
This is gonna go well.
Took out a leg. You know, I could just let the pilot bleed out now. Not as long as I stay away from that fire starter, it's no threat. And without a leg, the most it can do is hop. And there's a good chance that without that leg, it'll fall down. Same difference. Whatever.
Firing all weapons. Whoa.
Nice.
Now. Turret destroyed.
Okay. One less turret. Then I'll have Mad Dog run back over here.
Going full throttle.
And I'm going to have him snipe this turret right here. Or, oh yeah, he'll just be finishing it off. It doesn't got a lot left. Oh. Oh, it survived.
Right here.
It's a little surprising. Okay, well, I'm just going to have her also start booking it.
Got it. What say we take it to him? Holding for tactical advantage.
Okay, so I actually just thought of something that I would really, really like. So, in tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, I've always liked the idea of having, you know, there's those legendary pieces of gear, but were they just made to be legendary? Or did it start as a regular, well-crafted piece of gear, like a good sword, that someone eventually, you know, because it was well-crafted, they eventually got a magical enchantment on it, and they you know, added things to it to make the sword better and better and better. And long story short is, it grew to be an infamous and famous sword. Maybe it even got broken and reforged at one point, possibly with even sturdier materials. That happened actually in Martin the Warrior Sword in Redwall. It was broken by a wildcat, and then Martin went and was meeting up with the Badger Lord, and the Badger Lord reforged his sword for him. Yeah, as long as I stay away from that guy, he's no threat.
Awaiting orders. Go, go, go.
Anyway, my point with bringing this up is, the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because you know how in this game it has the whole pilot system? And you basically have all of the, you know, like this guy. He's a named, known pilot. Basically famous. Yeah, well, I'm not going to say he's famous, but he's a named pilot, which, one, means he's just going to be better. And two, well, maybe not better, but whatever. There's more content with him. And sometimes these pilots can also have a particular affinity. For example, there's a pilot who, Bloody Doves, he's literally the guy who made BattleTech Advance. Well, he didn't make it by himself, but he was the lead project designer, developer, the guy who the guy who created the mod BattleTech Advance 3062. And so when he put a pilot in, he made that pilot have a special affinity for king crabs, which I don't have an issue with. That's pretty cool. And there are some Kickstarter backers of the game who also got that. What I would like is that if Miss Cockatrice here, you know, that's kind of a cool call sign. And I'd like it if, what if she actually, like, she survived a near-death experience in a particular mech and gains an affinity with that mech? What if, like, you know, she literally, if they had a function built into the game to make it so pilots will, like, become very fond of a mech that they did really, really well with, and then going forward will gravitate towards that mech, especially in the future. And so, you know how in this game, all pilots, if it's a decent mech or tank, they'll gain 3 levels of affinity with it. But let's say that they did really, really, you know, like I just said, they did super well with that particular mech. They gained the legendary kind of like 4th affinity with the mech or the tank or whatever. And going forward, you know, and then that life and death story becomes part of their backstory. Tex of the Black Pants Legion named one of the ways that an AI could actually be good. And that is if you had the AI learn from people writing these backstories and whatnot, and so that it could then do that. And basically, it would watch. Well, I'm not saying watch, but whatever. It would literally script and write backstories for them, these pilots, as they go through your campaign. And Tex's idea was to do something similar. Have a custom story being written by an AI. He phrased it better than I'm doing right now, but I'm taking his concept and applying it directly to pilots like Cockatrice here. Because she's got a cool call sign. And what if she does, like, super well in this particular mech, and then in the future, you know, it'd be cool if she gained an affinity for it. Anyway, that's my point in an example of how AI could actually be used well. There's so many examples of how AI can be used badly, how it can be used poorly in our modern day, but I like the idea of actually trying to find good functions for it. Kregarov, my players had to do something special for artifacts. They had 2 options. What is that word? Ameliorate a perfect crafted piece of equipment that have less investment but limits for powers, or something really alien like feathers for a sword because the integrity of the item isn't bound to actual materials but magic. Huh. I'm not sure if I fully am understanding what you're saying, Kregarov, but I kind of get where you're going. But yeah, I love D&D tabletop. I love good stories. And I love the idea of having an AI that does all of the little work for you. It fills in the gaps where you walk into the tavern and you, the DM, have done all the work to write the main part of the backstory, but then there's that one random player who's all like, hey, that random random goblin who's at the bar, what's his name? And he was just filler. You wrote nothing for him, and right then just like, oh. And then if you had literally an AI who knows your style, that you've had trained in the way you write, and then you're literally able to like press a button, boom, whole backstory written, and you were able to literally detail out this entire thing that you yourself didn't have to make, but then, you know, your players can actually ask random questions like that, and you, the DM, don't have to be like, get out your notebook and start just like making something up on the... Mind you, sometimes I thrive off of making things up. Sometimes I do. But other times it's a pain. An absolute royal pain. Really depends on the moment, I guess. Okay. Okay, I can take out the last turret. I think this is the one with all the... Yeah, the AC2s. Yeah, the Ultra AC2s to boot. You need to die. Boom. Nice.
Oh, just in case gonna hate this.
Commander. Moving out.
Okay, I think the Chaparral is our last thing to take out. And then we're free and clear just to wipe out the base.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think he's the last one.
Confirmed. Firing.
Nice.
All right. I think we give them what first.
So now all we have to do is... Oh. Yes, that fire starter! Kregroff, to be fair, the great part of my work as DM wasn't the RAN scale campaign, but random encounters. I actually had a notebook in the pocket to write down... to write down ideas at any moment during the day. Oh, grand scale. The great part of my... Oh, that's... okay. It wasn't the grand scale campaign, but random. Agreed. I love random encounters, and I want to flush more of my random encounters out more, because I actually, when I ran a Warhammer 40k campaign, I actually had a crap ton of random encounters just built into it, and I would love to go and actually get them all and how do I phrase this?
Copy that.
Transplant them into my, because right now I'm running a D&D 5e campaign, and it's in my own flavor. The D&D campaign is for an underworld beneath all worlds. So, basically all high fantasy worlds, essentially in sort of the D&D setting, every single one of them, this is an underworld that's beneath all of them. And so it wouldn't even be hard to transplant my Warhammer 40k random encounter ideas, which, to a point, I've actually been doing, and put them into this universe. Convert. Convert, where basically I take something that's from Warhammer 40k and I think of the logistics of making it into something high fantasy, which on the surface doesn't seem doable, but I'm like, no, it's very doable. There are some guns in some high fantasy campaigns. You just have to logistically think it through. And something like a bolter certainly would be a freaking nasty gun, but that would be why that would be a very high level random encounter. Or they just don't have the bolter. They have some other kind of arcane weapon that can fire from a distance or whatever. Oh. Like, it doesn't have to be a one-for-one matchup. There's so many options when converting.
Moving to position. Engaging.
Oh, dang, she just... Oh, man, I didn't realize those ERPPCs were going to do that much damage. Dang. Okay, and then you'll probably be able to finish that off. Okay, maybe not finish it off, but you'll do a lot of damage. Oh, no. She did it in one volley. But yeah, I have a lot of random encounters built into my Warhammer 40k campaign that I would like to convert, or I guess transform, so that they can work in high fantasy, and then move them over to my D&D campaign, because they're very flushed out. And then I need to go through and write. I would love to just roll a dice during every single travel sequence and have there be a chance for something weird and wacky or random to occur. You have no idea how much I would love that idea. Or if I have a random encounter that would work really well for a random spot, then I could just pick it. But I also love the idea of just there being random things that can just occur. And me not having to narrate or pick every single one. You know what I'm going to do? That chaparral's mine. If I ever do a destroy base mission again, guess what? I have a chaparral now. So destroying bases is going to be freaking cake from now on. I mean, granted, the way they do artillery now, it's going to be a bit of a royal pain. But I don't have to run up and get line of sight on the base. And if they've got artillery on me, I've got artillery on them. And the moment they shoot artillery at me, I know where they are. And I can then shoot my artillery right back at them. So, yeah. I had a place like that in my campaign too. Underground. It worked opposite of the surface for light, since it had clouds of a silica-based bacteria making light for the things to grow, instead of clouds blocking the sunlight. Oh, so whenever clouds came by, they were providing light rather than... Man, that's actually a really cool idea, and paradoxical, like a complete reversal. I like that idea. That's cool. Okay, so my pilot, I think, is actually okay. And the mech did suffer some damage. However, overall, all it lost was a single jump jet. So in total, that didn't go nearly as badly as it could have. I am very happy with that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Still annoyed, but definitely could have gone worse. You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to put an ECM suite on this thing. How many do I have? Wait, oh, they're back here. Oh, I only have one. All right. I'll save it until I have more than just one.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay. I've got a chaparral now. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a tank, boss. They all look... It's artillery. If you aren't going to geek out over us having artillery now, you can shut the frag up. Come on. Like, seriously. Artillery. Oh. Oh. 1 second. I gotta... No work. It's Steam sometimes. Okay. Alright. Barracks. Let me actually level up my pilots really quick.
I'm listening.
Okay, what do you pilot? You pilot my longbow. So your indirect fire... Ah, darn, I can't get that far. Okay. The next one's 2,500. At least it increases her resolve generation, so I'll go with it. Kregorov, I miss playing TTRPGs, tabletop RPGs. I know there are communities online for that, but as you can notice, my English won't keep up with that. Yeah, that would be difficult. Unless you happen to find other Italian players, yeah, that would be rough. I can absolutely understand.
Ready for orders.
I can still play Ambassador that doesn't know the tongue. I mean, fair enough. Okay, I'm trying to get Wolfbane his final wound there.
Commander.
100 days, she's still in the hospital, and I still picture a cat purring on her chest as she's sneezing in horrible pain. Let me see. You know what? What are you? Oh, yeah, you're in that mech. Sure. You know what? I'll give you sensor lock.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Standing by.
Mad Dog. Nice.
Mech warrior training.
Mad Dog is becoming my ace.
Ready for orders.
Okay, what are you in again? Oh, you're in my Howler. So... Okay.
Training complete.
That'll help.
Good to go, boss.
Definitely this.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Orders.
Geezer. Fine. Floppy. I can't get her that. Oh, but I can give her an extra wound, which I absolutely will do.
Mech warrior training complete.
Crash. Kragerov, my cat helped me much when I was in pain. She seems to notice it and snuggle up purring. Yeah, but do you remember earlier in this campaign when it's all like, you have to make the choice. You only have two choices. You either literally put these cats in the airlock and eject them out into space, or you make the crew take responsibility, which that's stupid that those are your only choices. But as normal, I picked keep the cats. But then somehow the entire morale of the ship was lowered when What's-Her-Buckets Slapdash was like, but I'm allergic to cats. And me sitting there going, and? You don't have to be around them. Like, if someone had a genuine allergy to the cats, I wouldn't force them to take one. I have to imagine that on a ship like this, there's more than enough crew for everyone except her to be able to have a cat. Although I would insist they all be neutered, otherwise, neutered and spayed. Otherwise, man, having a cat, don't get me wrong, that would probably fix the vermin population, but if we suddenly had cats springing up everywhere, that would get out of hand on a ship real fast. Especially if they started going feral. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, it looks like, oh, whoops. I mucked up a little bit there.
Waiting for orders. Receiving you.
Okay, crash. Let's start actually gearing up your ability to make shots.
Training complete.
Hey.
And then cockatrice. Let's start increasing your gunnery skill. And then quickly engineering. Anyway, because she was also in the hospital at the time, I imagine that the reason why the crew got upset over me forcing us all to keep the cats was because she's like, remember, she got horribly injured. Like, it was going to be like almost a year before she was going to be back on her feet. I imagine she's in one of those full body casts, like sitting here like in some position or like that. And then she's unable to move and like drugged up, doped up. And then as she's just sitting there, all of a sudden she hears this purring. She opens her eyes. There's a cat on her chest just purring. She's all like, and she's trying not to move as she's feeding this sneeze building. And she sneezes, and then the horrible pain racks her from top to bottom. She's like, and everyone who walks by the med bay is just hearing sneezing and screaming, and they're all just like, and that's why the morale got lowered, is because she's in her bunk the whole time just screaming, just sneezing and then screaming in pain. But hey, at least the cat's also there to comfort her. Oh no! Yeah, suddenly she hears this. She's also like sleeping, and then she feels something on her leg. She looks down. She sees the cat for the millionth time, like scratching on the cast of her leg. She's all like, ah! She started to get to the point where she can feel some of the claws wearing through the cast. Okay. Alright. Not an evil laugh. That was not an evil laugh. It was a very normal human person laugh. Very. Okay, so these ones are versus pirates, right? And I want to get on the good side of the pirates, not the bad side of the pirates. What's this one versus? The Rim Collection. Oh, I don't know who they are, and I don't really care. But do I have a 35-ton mech that I'm confident in? I got my Valkyrie, which, don't get me wrong, it's really well, like, well, let me look closer at it. Oh, jeez, I need water. Oh, I think I just got heartburn. Yeah. Okay. I mean, the LRM-10s, that's decent firepower. The medium lasers are decent firepower. But versus actual heavyweights like a fire starter, I don't think it would last. I think the Valkyrie would lose. The Kit Fox, I mean, not Kit Fox, but Arctic Cheetah, no. The Commando I don't have kitted out properly yet. Like, what do I got that I could even put on him? Ooh, well, I do have that. And that opens up some options. But not as many as I would like. Obviously. Okay, well, I'm at least going to get this started. And then, let's see as far as... Yeah. You know what? Well, what I could do is I could... oh, geez. I'm going to drop that down to the leg for now, because that's just asking for trouble. What I could do is I can remove one SRM-4, and then I can put two SRM-2s on it, and it's technically the same amount of firepower, but it frees up an entire ton of weight for me to pour into armor. And then, when I get some clan SRM-6s... I can replace these other SRMs with that and increase the overall firepower. But this allows me to keep approximately the same amount of firepower, but increase armor. Okay. I think that's a lot more solid of a mech. And could potentially win a good fight. However, not going to be ready for 3 days, and the job might expire before then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game. This place is called Ballynure. Why does that just make me think of manure? I wonder if they have a lot of cattle here. Alright, then I'm going to wait for the... oh, wait, let me go into Manage Tasks and bump the Commando up to top. Oh, darn it. Let me go back to the Command Center. Missiles have always been an unreliable source of damage in the sense they spread the damage around. They still make respectful hurt for tonnage, though. They do. And... oh, it's a duo-duel. I need 2 mechs, not just one. Ah. Okay, that might have been a mistake. Alright, well, I can go with Redeemer in the Arctic... oh, wait, oh, I got a Jenner. What's on the Jenner? A Jenner is a solid light mech. Also missiles. Oh, wait, whoa. The Jenner has a missile pod? Let me look at this thing. Yeah, I could really just replace that with The Clanner variant. Yeah, seriously, why not? It does provide a bit more heat, unfortunately, but maybe that was the reason why. Because there's not really any place for me to put that tonnage I just saved. It's not enough tonnage to put a heat sink on, so I can't even counteract the heat. Well, you know what? For now, that generator's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, never mind. Well, I'm gonna try the Jenner and the, maybe the Valkyrie. No, the Commando. Sorry, the Commando. I forgot. I literally just worked on the Commando to deploy it on this mission. Okay, so, Jenner, there you are. Floppy, well, your skills aren't great in it, but you're the one in it. And then, Commando. Oh, duh. The guy who actually runs the Commando is actually currently in the hospital. Okay, Mad Dog. You're my best pilot. So, you are going to be running in the Commando for this mission. Let's hope it's enough. Now, let's go punch some people. Well, you know, let's go punch some Rim Collective people. Collective? Is that what they were called? The Rim Collective? I still feel that aesthetically speaking, the Ebon Jag is the coolest. No, okay, coolest is not exactly the right word. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool looking mech. Absolutely cool. However, I love its profile for shooting and for taking fire. It does have those sloped angles over a lot of it, except on the missile pod. That's when the sloped angle ends there. But overall, especially on sensitive places like the cockpit, it has very sloped angles. So it would be very hard to hit the cockpit on this thing. And I'm actually a really big fan of the weapon groupings. I love the idea of this thing just like literally, especially because of those legs, it can be right there posed ready for an ambush by a cliff and then just raise itself up over the cliff, and very quickly and easily its whole weapon profile pops out. It can unleash a full barrage in an alpha strike and then pop right back down. I am a really big fan of the Cauldronborn for that reason. Kirkov, yep, the one you saw me using. Yes, yeah, exactly. Those are the top of the torso. You can peek really, really good. Yeah, and it's actually, because peeking is such a common thing in that game, it's actually more difficult to peek. So the fact that in that game especially you're able to peek is a testament to the... I'm actually mildly angry now. Aren't both of those medium mechs? The Hunchback alone is over tonnage and a dire threat. Typically, even to mechs bigger than it. Because it carries such a heavy load. But it's over tonnage. Why does BattleTech do this? Why are they allowed to go over tonnage, but I'm not? Wasn't it literally agreed to in some contract? If they're allowed to cheat, why can't I now just bring down my entire force on their heads? Oh, patience is a virtue. Alright, I'm going to try and play this out, but if I lose, I'm just reloading it. There is no way I'm going to tolerate the game cheating again and just deal with it. Because I think both of those... Yeah, that's a 40-tonner. So that thing's 5 tons over by itself. And the other one is just... Well, yeah, hunchbacks are always going to be mean. I don't care who you are, unless it's... Okay, they're not always going to be mean. There are, of course, going to be some mechs that are just built poorly. That, of course, can and always will happen. But they always have the potential to be ferocious. Is what I'm meaning to say. That thing has an AC 20. All it has to... For evasion, and you're casually making your shots.
I can't take much more of this.
I know you can't take much more of that. But the AI ignores evasion like it's out of fashion. Okay, luckily with you, I can run up. Where's the best spot? 78, 83. This is definitely the best spot. Okay, my commando is so fast, I can run up and quickly punch them and then just run away on my next turn. Which with light mechs is exactly what you're supposed to do. And it's my only chance of winning this. And then literally right here, right now, immediately running away. Only chance. And by running behind that rock, I'm in cover. The commando might be okay. And then my Jenner, if I retreat my Jenner all the way up here, and then have them brace, I think they're out of line of sight.
Let's get this done, folks.
Okay.
Hold it for the right opportunity.
And then if I can get them both to make their turns, yes! This is playing out in the only way I think I can realistically win right now.
Firing on target.
Standing by.
Okay, I can make that work.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay. That's almost a leg. What if I go this way? The Icarus might have a good shot on me still, but the Hunchback probably won't. Okay, I'm going to run right there. They'll both still be able to shoot at him, but hopefully 7 evasion plus the forest will make the difference. Plus, I'm going to leave the Jenner where they can sue. Ooh, that makes me... No. You know what? I'll leave the Jenner right there. 5 evasion all the way up there on the cliff. That's hard to shoot.
I'm being flanked.
Okay, the commando is still the more enticing target. This is where you got to grit your teeth and cross your finger. Ooh, every time with that. You see an AC-20 flying at you, especially if it's flying at your light mech, and I'm sorry, but it's just like, Argh! Every time. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Okay, so no matter what, it's going to be on the front profile. So I'm going to have you jump right here.
Firing jump jet.
And then create a precise shot and then pour it all on. Okay, it's still not enough. But if I have you jump back up again. Come on.
Jumping.
Okay, that's starting to do some damage.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay.
Hold it. Right opportunity.
Oh, shoot. Kragerov, mech turns with AC-20. It was at... it was at that time that he knew he furred up. Yeah. Accurate.
Receiving you.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
Letting him go. Oh!
They've gone past my armor.
Dang it. Even with 5 evasion up on the cliff, the AI is still making the shot.
Standing by. Roger.
This should do it, though. This should be the end game. Oh, well, no, I don't mean the end game, but this should be when I cripple the hunchback. Yes! AC-20 gone!
Reporting. Critical hit.
Oh. One moment, I'm getting a phone call.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, hello, give me one moment. All right, and switching. Oh, what? Switching the screen back to live, and we are good. Why? Cool. Okay. I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm back up. Steam usually mutes while I'm live streaming. Oh, it's because I didn't have the game pulled up, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, okay. So, the Hunchback has essentially been defanged. However, my Jenner is nearly delegged. And that Icarus is still doing really good. So, I gotta figure something out. Because that Icarus is still a threat. So what I'm going to do
Waiting for the shot.
is I'm going to attempt to have this one pull back. You know, yeah, I'm going to pull them both back. Please.
Engage and jump jets.
The leg didn't give out. And then Mad Dog, you are just going to book it. You are going to run over there into the trees. And the only thing that can threaten you is that Icarus. And I don't think it's going to be doing much from over there. Yep. That AC-10 is now the biggest threat left on the field. And if I can just deal with that, I win. Ooh, dang it. Oh, man. That noise still startles me when I'm really zoned in. Remember the couple games with the King Crab double AC-20s are... Oh, geez, they are. Okay, so let me tell you my favorite time really quick with King Crab dual AC-20s. It was in those 12 drop missions where you drop in with 12 people versus 12 people, and then you're able to have 4 mechs lined up. Well, one of them, I don't remember where I was. I just remember the map was the one with all those canyons. So it looked like Canyon Network, but, you know, the team map. And, dude, I parked myself where the entire enemy team was rushing by, but not at me. So all of them were rushing by. So I hit everyone with AC-20s. Dude, the sheer raw damage I had after, because everybody who ran by, they were all in like heavy or assault mechs. And I hit every single one of them with at least one AC-20, but usually two. And there was one person who then came at me, and I wasn't moving. I was just shooting everybody. One person came right at me, and then I actually started, and they were charging me. I started charging them back, still firing AC-20s. And they changed their minds. They were like, if I'd stayed put, maybe they would have felt confident about taking me on. But I think the fact that I started charging them back, they were like, wasn't expecting that. You were staying put. And so they turned around and ran. And I rarely get compliments from the enemy team, but that was one of those times where someone on the enemy team was like, whoever was in that king crab with the dual AC-20s, kudos to you. And I was all like, that's like the best praise. It's one thing if you get recognized by your own team, but I feel like getting recognized by the enemy is where you really know you did good. And that's one of those memories that I really prize. I love king crab with dual AC-20s. It's so good. It's amazing. Anyway. Sorry. Oh, the hunchback ejected and I didn't even notice. That's like half of our... Well, you know, he only had 2 weapons left. But still, that means we really get to focus on this guy. Because at least the hunchback was still potentially a threat. He could have, like, run up and kicked me if I'd made a mistake and stayed in his range. But now... And now I get to run up and just give you a little boop on your snoop. And now you get the... You get the Thunder Bunnies. Prepare for the Thunder Bunnies. Okay. The leg should hold, because it held earlier. That means no actuators are damaged. I think. He's starting to take hits. Yeah, he's starting to take real hits here. Oh man, I'm tempted to stick. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run over here and shoot him from over here. So he can't kick me back or anything. Ooh. Yes! He's done. He's done. I win. That's him right there. Sure, he might maybe be able to like leg my Jenner and take the Jenner out still. Possibly, maybe. But with that alone, my victory is sealed. He is not winning this.
Confirmed.
Okay, alright. That had my heart in my throat. If he hits that leg, my Jenner is going to have problems.
Oh, what's up, boss?
At this point, though, I'm not even going to have the Jenner move. Jenner doesn't need to move. Just needs to fire back.
Hostile removed.
And then, I'm taking salvage for the hunchback. I mean, I might only get one piece, but... choice between an Icarus and a hunchback, you're going to pick the freaking hunchback. At least you got common sense. If you've got hunchy sense. If you're not a clanner. Filthy vatborn scum. I don't know if we have any clanners in chat, but I'm not a fan of clanners. Unless they've, you know, immigrated to the inner sphere and become one of us. I know there's technically the wardens, but screw the wardens. Screw the wardens. They still helped invade the inner sphere. Smoke Jaguar lied to the clans, and everybody was dumb enough to believe them. Like, screw the wardens. Unless you immigrate, like you actually assimilate to the culture of the inner sphere, you're still a clanner. I don't give a crap that you identify as a crusader or a warden. Field repairs can damage opposing force components like clan XL engine, ammo boxes, etc. So the units will spawn with damage from badly done maintenance in the field. Oh! So I guess when I deploy on those missions where they've said that a lance escaped and has been doing field repairs, that's when randomly I'll be like, oh, you know, some mech in some random part of the map fell over, and I'll be like, huh? That makes sense. Okay, time to repair the generator. I know I got really aggressive towards clanners there for a second, but clanners can suck it. What's going on with you? Do you need to be repaired? No? Oh, you're just under tonnage. Oh, you're under tonnage because you're an artillery mech, and I don't have ammo for you, huh? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so all I currently have... How many shots come in one bin? 5. 5 shots. Oh. That's weird. How come the game went black? Can still see you... Oh, man, that's weird. I got no idea. I didn't see it on this end, but maybe the live stream glitched? Oh. Well, let me know if it happens again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... I'll just put some support weapons onto this mech for now, just to get rid of that stupid, like... Oh no, you know, you're not at full tonnage. I'm like, shut up. Okay, so if I throw on one more ER small laser... Okay, so if I want some limited artillery support, I can still bring this mech. However, I think I'd prefer the chaperone at this point. Only 5 shots. Unless artillery was super important, I don't think I'd currently bring the Kit Fox. Okay, I think we're done with this planet. Ballynewer. How much money did we build up while we were here? 2.7 mil. That's pretty decent. Is there anything in the store we want to get before we leave? Kick attacks have +1 accuracy. Punches have +1 accuracy. Physical weapons, blah, blah, 40 stability. Like the 40, the 0.05 tons this thing takes, the 40 stability threshold alone, in my opinion, is worth that. So, all in all, I'm inclined to buy it. And I have the money to do it at the moment. Dude, I'd be kicking myself if I found Arrow 4 ammo. Okay, it's not here. It's like, I would be kicking myself so hard. Okay. I don't see anything outright that I would want here. Well, that I can afford. A long Tom Cannon, in my opinion, is still definitely worth the price of admission.
New weapon systems available. New weapon systems available.
Okay, and that's good. All right. Let us depart and be part of the departed. All right. In case of a really stupid random event, I'm going to save the game. Then I'm going to click on navigation and let's let me look at some what's the current one that we're at? It's a full skull. Okay, let me look at some more full skull ones and see if there's any nearby I'd like to take. None really in Steiner space. I mean, that's kind of deep in Steiner space. You know what? That's right now. Oh, it's 21 days. How about that? That's 19 days. 26 days. Okay, let's go to the one that's only 19 days away. Well, agriculture, alien vegetation. What does that mean? This world is dominated by alien vegetation, either because it is too difficult to remove or because of insufficient resources to remove it. But what's that supposed to mean? Like, in Warhammer 40k, that means Xeno, but in BattleTech, there aren't aliens. So what does alien vegetation mean? Does it just mean that plant life that's really foreign to human agriculture, maybe, or something? I don't get it. Anyway, dominant fungus? It's straight up plant life that's angry at humans, I guess. Like, dangerous. The vegetation of this world releases hallucinogenics into the atmosphere, leading to danger from intoxicated native fauna. Oh, wow. This planet's straight up kind of dangerous. Okay, well, we're gonna go there. Sounds a little bit like a death world, to be honest with you. Admittedly, you know, it doesn't have giant monsters, but the plant life is less than friendly. Okay. Is there any work that I want to do? No, I think we're good. Wait. What? So I tell an adult to act like an adult, and all of a sudden... Sorcerer snaps to attention. Crash's fist trembles for a moment before she too pivots. What's going on here? Both straight ahead say, "Nothing, Commander." You dismiss them and frown at Yang, who says, "I don't know either, but I'll try to keep them apart next time they're in here." Yeah, I'm sorry, but this game has a difficult concept with adults, being able to behave like adults. I'm sorry, if one of my mech warriors sulked around for a full 30 days because I told them you can't have a temper tantrum in the mech bay, I'd just be like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry, you're fired. I need adults here. I get that sometimes people make other people angry. I understand. I've had it happen plenty. I really have. But to sulk around for 30 days and let it affect your combat ability, I'd be like, shut up. Kragerov, that's the rave planet. Agreed. That's all you gotta do is just go outside. You're just breathing in hallucinogenics. So it's all like, why do you guys have domes here? Oh, so we don't get high. It's like, what? It's like, oh, step outside. Step outside. 5 minutes later, it's like, oh, someone should go check on him. Outside, just like, ah. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? Navigation. Come on, show me, jeez. Oh, this whole thing occurred. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. And then when they have raves, they have this amphitheater dome, and all they do is just like crack open the windows, and then anyone who doesn't want to get high is just wearing a gas mask. Or I guess they've gotten high enough. Oh man, every time with this blue flash just giving me migraines. Oh man, hurts. I got a little bit of the ship still glowing blue there. I wish they would switch it to red. I wish there was a mod to switch it to red. Okay. You know, this is always short and sweet. Kragrov, let's just hope the local fauna isn't armed with automatic weapons. Well, if we classify Clan Wolf as the local fauna, you know, then definitely. Alright, let's go kill some vatborn scum. I mean, let's go hug some vatborn scum. With our fists. It's like, we're just hugging them. With coffins. Oh, darn it. Oh, engineering was complete, dang it. You know what? I'm going to start work on BetaPod. It does put us a bit low, but I can always sell some stuff. Gunslingers, huh? Dude, like 2 of these. And in the 55-ton range. Do we have 2 55-tonners? Well, we've got our Blackjack. I wouldn't exactly call it a heavy hitter, though. And then the Cicada is actually really good. So what I could do is I could run the Cicada and the Commando. Commando can hit and run really well, and the Cicada, like, remember how good Mad Dog was in the Jenner. Well, he'll be doing even better in the Cicada. So I can tag team the both of them. Okay, in case of glitches, I'm gonna save this. The planet's name is literally Suck. The Rave Planet. The planet meant for raving, it's called Suck. They're just all like, I imagine that would be a little bit of a catchphrase. Be like, go outside and suck it! Okay, well, I can't believe we're fighting for Liao, but, and since it's, oh, geez, I have to make no money off of this. Okay, I'm going to maximize the amount of money I'm going to make off of this mission. And worst case scenario, I only get 1 mech part. Okay, and then all I got to do, take Mad Dog out of there. I'm going to put Wolfbane's in it. It is his mech anyway. And then I'm going to put in the Cicada, and then I'll put Mad Dog in said Cicada. And yeah, we have the makings for a decent matchup. Well, hopefully this doesn't blow up in my face, because it could. It really could. These are going to be clan mechs, so... Sorry, 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to blow my nose. Man, it is getting hot in here. Man, even with just this game, it's too much. I'm going to turn on the AC. It is just too hot in here. But as soon as it cools down a bit, I will shut that back off. But there is going to be the sound of that fan running for a second. Plus, you know what? Let me actually pop open my door as well really quick, because I just realized my computer's fan is starting to run a bit hard. And if it continues to do that, that tells me that the heat in here has gotten to the point where my computer's starting to have a hard time. Okay. So, might get a little noisy, but should drop down in relatively short order.
Command
Okay, all eyes are on you, Commander. Bring him down. Okay, man, I forget just how fast this cicada is. It's a beast. Okay. What the frag are these? What the frag are these? I know they're mechs, but this looks like, what is that movie called? Batteries Not Included or something? It looks like one of those robots from that movie with legs and guns attached to the side. I've never seen this mech before. And I don't know what that is. Oh, the frag? What? Are you sure those aren't from Star? I mean, maybe they are. I'm struggling to determine where they're from. I look at that and I'm like, what? Where did you get spawned from? Oh, greetings and hail, Sir James. Oh yeah, this is BattleTech Advanced 3062. Well, James, you've played BattleTech Advanced 3062 before, haven't you? Okay, let's look closer at this thing. It's called a hoplite. Wait, isn't a hoplite like it? Oh, it's got a freaking Gauss rifle. Oh, dang. Oh, that's actually a threat. I mean, if I can get in close, it's less of a threat. But still a threat. Because then he can just back up and shoot me from a distance. But yeah, this is an overhaul. Absolutely, Sir James.
Commander.
Okay, I'm going to run in like this. Apparently this thing is 55 tons. And I see the name Hoplite, and I'm like, isn't that like a Roman rank or something? Like, I hear Hoplite and I expect to see something impressive. And don't get... Oh, frag, that thing... Oh, that's a Hellhound. Oh. I've only ever played BattleTech, no mods. Wait, serious? You've never played with any mods? Oh, man, I swore you had. Dude, if you have never played with this mod, BattleTech Advanced, dude, you are missing out massively. I cannot emphasize enough how much it improves the game. I find the original game honestly unplayable. Like, at least by comparison. If I'd played the original game, I never would have been interested enough to install this one. To even get it modded. Which I think I actually saw Tex playing it from Tex Talks BattleTech. And I think that's why I got interested in this mod. It's because I saw someone else playing it. But on my own, the original game never would have interested me enough to want to even mod the game.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay. So what I'm going to do with you is now have you run up here.
On it.
And shoot this cupcake from behind. Nice, the large laser hit. And then I'm going to do the same with you. And basically we're just going to be making these guys afraid in their rear armor. Which, since I'm faster and lighter than them, that's exact... Oh! And just 3 salvageable parts if I wanted to actually salvage that. But out of the 2, the Hellhound's what I'm hoping to salvage. I don't want the hoplites. It just looks so awkward.
Getting ripped off. Let's hit him hard. Roger that. Standing by.
Wait, did he not move? Oh, dang it. Oh, he got some...
My internals.
What did he punch through? Okay, just the arm. That's not a big deal. Yep. Started the game over and over, and it never holds my interest. Well, that would be why. The original game is nothing compared to this. I'm fighting clanners right now. I'm having a blast. Like, once we get out of here, I'll show you.
Orders.
I'll show you what about this game absolutely just like that I love. Just give you a little boop on your snoop, and then just give you a little bit of the, you know, the zappa.
Good to go.
Oh, it registers as a charge. Okay. I'll run right up to him and shoot him from up close, and then on the next turn I'll run away. I've almost knocked him down. Okay, so the commando, I'm now going to have the commando, let's have you run up here,
Copy that.
and then, yeah, I'll do precise strike just to make sure I get maximum effect, but
All weapons.
not really necessary for much else. Anyway. Oh, he's bleeding out. I don't even have to fight him now. I want that Hellhound too. Okay. I'm just going to stay away from him now. I don't need to fight him anymore.
Here we go.
I just got to wait a couple of turns. Pilot will bleed right out. And the Hellhound's the mech I want. I don't want the hoplite. Ooh, okay. One and done that quick. Never mind. I thought it said bleeding out in 2 turns. I've noticed the bleeding out counter is rarely accurate. So one thing I dislike about this game is, you know, little things like that not working properly. Okay, I think the heat's been contained. I'm going to shut that down now, and we'll see. You know what? Listening to my computer, it still sounds like it's running a little hard. Okay, never mind. Not for my sake, but for my computer's sake, I'm going to actually turn the AC back on and leave it on for now until that fan stops running so hard. Okay. I want the Hellhound. Where is it? There it is. Oh, for a second I thought they gave me all 3 pieces to the Hound. Oh, for a second I was excited. Ah, that sucked. Okay, well, and then they gave me a random piece of the stupid hoplite. So now I got neither mech, but that, you know, that's what I get. That's the risk I signed up for when I went for money over salvage. But I didn't know if it was going to be cruddy mechs or not, and I need the money, period. No, I completely disagree. If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid and you're lucky. No, that is absolutely not true. If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Don't depend on luck. Never depend on it. You're not lucky. If it's stupid and it works, it works. Shut the frag up and keep it simple. Stupid. Alright, enemy often fires at whatever is easiest to hit. You can side... yeah, I'm aware of that mechanic. Okay. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let me show you a little bit about the game since you haven't played BattleTech Advanced. Well, the first thing I want to show you, James, is how big the map is. Like, you get the full treatment this, I mean, there might be some factions in the Inner Sphere that aren't included here, and it's a little bit weird because the pirates are all unionized. That's really freaking weird. But besides those things, this is an amazing improvement on the game. The original game, as far as I know, you're stuck down here with the Aurorian, whatever they're called, the Coalition. Maybe the Marian Hegemony, the Taurian Concordat, maybe a little bit. And in this current mod, if you like clan tech, there's a mod where a faction attacks down here, attacks like the Taurian Concordat, and eventually the Aurorian, whatever they're called. I can't remember their stupid names. But eventually them as well, and like spreads out over this area, and they have a lot of similar tech to whatever you call it, the clans. What I really like about their XL engines, though, is they're cheap to install on heavier mechs. Clan engines are super expensive to install on anything heavier than a light mech. The price skyrockets. And it's like $2.5 million to install a Clan XL engine on a assault mech, unless it's a clanner mech. And I think that's just because the tech was never designed to be, compatible. But these guys have the same size of XL engines, and they're cheap. Their weapons are arguably not as good as clan weapons. It's sort of, they kind of feel like, ad hoc almost, like they were just thrown together. Which is, to me, sort of endearing. I like the, what's this faction called? The Sanctuary Alliance Forces. I actually like them. Lore-wise, I don't really know what to think of them, but I like the flavor of their tech and how it's different from everybody else's. Similar and the same, but completely different. And it feels more ragged. It feels more run down. And I do love them for that. And on the other hand, there's the campaign missions down here, which I may or may not get to in this campaign. This campaign is mostly about fighting the clans. And I will go down once the Sanctuary Alliance reveals their territory, which is down here somewhere, and I can actually go and complete contracts to fight them. I will go on a tour and literally go all the way across the Inner Sphere Galaxy and go fight. Literally, they will pay me to fight each other. So one faction will pay me to go fight them, and vice versa, and vice versa. And I will do that just to get a crap ton of their engines, so I can spam them into all of my assault mechs and get my assault mechs optimized. And then once that happens, then I'll return and fight the clanners even meaner. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to think of what other features this mod has that the original game doesn't, and off the top of my head, I can't think of any. I know there's a lot, but it's been so long since I played the original game, I don't remember them all. In any case, though, let me go to the mech bay. Did I suffer any serious damage? I did. The cicada took a hit. So let me get the cicada repairing, which will only take 1 day, so that'll be fine. Then, oh, it's another duo. Okay, well, I want to do the exact same thing I just did. So I'm going to wait for that 1 day for the cicada to finish, and then going to do the same thing. Okay. Oh, I feel a little bit better now. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, James, I'd be happy to answer them. It's a massive difference in my opinion. The sheer ability to go and fight for and against other factions, and especially against the clanners alone, makes a huge difference. Okay, it sounds like my CPU fan has calmed down. I'll go ahead and shut off the AC now. Okay, that should be good now. Alright, let's go wipe some more vatborn clanners off the map.
Command interface.
Oh, this one.
Okay, here we
It's always interesting being on this one because I can just hide behind this rock for a little while and wait at... Oh, that's a Nova and a Viper. Okay. Not going to be an easy fight. Oh, it's during the invade. Huh, 3062. Is that during the initial invasion or is that during the second invasion? I think this is... Okay, so, James, you remember the Battle of Tukayid, where, you know, the clanners did next to no homework on the Inner Sphere, completely underestimated them, and got ripped apart as a result, which is basically the sum total of Tukayid. Well, 15 years after Tukayid, the 15-year sort of armistice ended, and you could call it the second invasion. I think that's when this occurs. So this timeline happens, yeah, as I keep saying, 15 years after. So it's during the invasion still, but it's not the initial invasion.
confirm. Copy that.
Oh, he barely moved.
Receiving you.
I might be able to get in behind him.
Roger.
Oh, it's a Stormcrow, not a Nova. I'm behind him.
Roger.
Oh, wait, no, I got through the armor. I didn't take anything out, though. Oh, dang, this is a missile-heavy build. Jeez. Ah, the commando can't quite make the distance to get in behind as well. From over here, maybe? Not quite. Still, though, I can have the commando run over here and shoot him from the side. You know what? I'll just shoot him point blank range, literally, right up in his face.
This should be good. No retreat.
Alright, and then I'll have the commando run up on the hill, and to make it so that my cicada can get away, oof, no, I'm going to hit the Stormcrow still, which means the Viper's going to be able to come and shoot my cicada from up close, but hopefully with that 6 evasion he'll be fine.
On the move.
Ugh, I remember what I was saying about 6 evasion earlier. No, I've got to make this count.
All weapons, fire.
Okay, alright, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Oh, missed? Okay, his big weapon missed. That's good enough for me.
Systems holding. Standing by.
Yes.
On it.
Okay. And just to be on the safe side, no, it's not technically necessary. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I am going to focus fire, and I'm going to go for that, try to put it all in that center spot.
Weapon systems.
Okay, didn't quite work out, but
Scored a critical hit.
I took out a chunk of his firepower. But I'm not going to be able to salvage that Stormcrow completely. I'll get 2 parts at best. which is pretty unfortunate. Oh, James, a lot of the other customizations BattleTech Advanced offers happen during the initial build of the mission. So right when you're starting, there's a lot of things you can customize, including how many parts you need to salvage that goes into a mech. I don't think the original game offers any of that. So that's another thing that obviously, makes BattleTech Advanced superior. Okay, that ERPPC missing is a big deal. Because that's like the main thing I feel like right now that can punch through my armor.
Yes, Commander.
And the commando can run up, give him a kick,
Moving out.
and then there goes all of his evasion.
Ready for orders. On it.
Oh, darn. Still missed one of the shots. Barely hit any of his, though.
Let's go.
See, that's what I mean about that ERPPC still being the main event here. I feel like I should pivot targets at this point, but this guy's so close to dead, I want to finish him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the commando running behind him. Yeah. Oh, darn. Come on. Looks like I can't have 7 evasion and shoot him in the back.
Confirm.
Can't have my cake and eat it too.
Giving him everything I've got.
But this should finish it. Yep. Two salvage? 2 salvage.
One left.
Give me 3? I mean, it's unlikely I'll get all 3, but a person can dream.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Yeah, how did that happen? Oh, it's the arm again. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to kick him. Give him a little boop on the snoop. And give him a little bit of zappy zap.
Let's hit him hard. Commander. Move into position. Copy that. I think I hit something good.
Okay, now it's his turn. Oh, darn. Oh, I wasn't. Oh, that was on me. Oh.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
My fault. I screwed up.
Ready for orders. Yes, Commander.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run up here really quick. And I will take a shot at him.
Engage. Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to let him go again. This could end badly. Okay. If that ERPPC hit my commando in the back arm, that probably would have punched a hole straight through. But now, I think he's mine. Oh, only 82%. That is actually a pretty high chance of failure.
Head down.
Well, at least for this game, I suppose. Nope, got him.
Let's hit him hard.
Got him. Okay. Then I gotta see how much repair I have to do on the cicada to get up and running again. Wouldn't call that a duel for the ages. Well, when I made the mistake and lost the cicada, I suppose nerves could have been running a little high at that point. But I was sure I still had it in the bag. I had done enough damage to the Viper. I was like, it's gonna die. Once I took out the once I realized the Nova was so missile heavy, and what's more, long range missile, to be honest, it wasn't really a threat. I should have pivoted I should have looked to see what each mech had and immediately targeted the Viper because its ERPPC was arguably my largest threat. But to me, I see a Nova and I immediately think that's the threat. Did I have a regular XL engine in that Cicada? Is that why? Alright, well, I'll grab a piece of salvage for... Oh, they gave me a second piece to the Stormcrow. And then, as tradition seems to dictate, they give me a random piece from the other. Oh, but they gave me Clan Ferrofibrous armor, which is just stupid better. I'm really big on Clan Ferrofibrous armor, for obvious reasons. Okie dokie. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. We gotta get that running and... Okay. If you ever want to progress, you may need to punch above your lance's weight. Choose your contracts carefully and get yourself some great salvage. I mean, potentially, but I've had that blow up in my face. Come on, go away. Thank you. Okay, so unfortunately it appears I also lost my double heatsink kit. Oh, I've lost my engine to boot. Oh, that's the rough spot. Oh, that's bad. Oh, the biggest I have to replace it with is only a 320. My Cicada was my heavy hitter. Okay, so this is a little rough. Okay, I'll put it on. Show me. 191 to 286. It's still pretty fast, but it's nowhere near the same. And then, how much would it... Oh, gosh. Putting a Clan XL engine even onto a medium mech is just so expensive. Let's see how much it would cost. I mean... 717,000... Oh, man. I don't have another... Oh... You know, I might just have to bite the bullet and just repair this thing and then shelve it for now. I might. Because I don't think I have what it takes. I don't have... I don't have the gear. Here, let me hit this. Let me go back and go to the store. And maybe the store will have a good engine and some other things, but I doubt it. This is Clanner territory. Heavy Pharaoh. Heavy Pharaoh is actually really good if you have the space. But yeah, an engine for the size that I'm looking for would also be horrifically expensive. But that heavy Pharaoh is calling to me. I want it. You know, I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
New equipment available.
Maybe it's not the smartest thing to be doing, but I'm 100% doing it. Okay, I'm going to repair the Cicada. And then I'm going to shelve it. And hopefully, I can get the parts in the future to repair it. For now, though, let me look at the Heavy Pharaoh. Not a lot of difference there, is there? There's a little bit. But not a lot. Oh, okay. What if I also, at this point, though, put on that Clanner SRM2. And then... well, I could strip off some armor enough to squeeze out. Okay, let's just see how that would even look. Oh, whoops, that was not what I intended. Okay, that is not working out. What's going on? Okay, why is it doing that? Normally, when I do this... holy crap, what's it... do I have a button on my keyboard jammed or something? What is going on? If I hold shift, normally it allows me to just take it off one little pip at a time. But instead, it's doing it in 15 chunk bursts. Okay, well, forget about that for now. That's not happening. Okay. Well, we got both the gunslinger missions down. We got some nice clan tech. Target acquisition. Fire for EFO. 5 salvage on a clan mission. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna save right now. Then, let's go back. And let's see what we can even deploy. Okay. Wolfbane. Oh, that's right. Mad Dog's mech is going in the bin. Do I have another mech to give him? I'm not sure I do. Man, he was so good in that cicada too. Freaking loved him in that thing. Geezer's tuned to the Valkyrie, so I'll put him in there. I'm going to have Redeemer in the Chaparral. But my best pilot, that is Mad Dog, don't have a mech for him offhand. I could wait just a couple of days for a spot. Yeah, all I gotta wait is 3 days. So let me wait those 3 days. Let me go to the mech bay. Toss the cicada in the storage bin for now. And then let's go to... oh, what the frag? That's right. I got enough parts to build a hunchback. Oh, hello. Hello, beautiful. Have we met before? You are so beautiful. Okay, so, wow. You are pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is throw a heat sink there, take the AC-20 ammo, stick it in that leg, pump up the armor. Man, what is with this? Is there a button that's jammed every time I press armor recently? Oh, wait. I pressed control. Okay, something about pressing the control button just jacked things up. Okay, I gotta be careful about pressing the control button. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so armor in that leg is maximized. How expensive would it be? Oh man, it would be so expensive. It would be so expensive to do this. Yep, I friggin' knew it. Oh man, that's so pricey. I'm not willing to swing that right now, and I'm not willing to put in a regular XL engine. But what I can do is throw on the heavy Pharaoh and get rid of the small laser. I know it's taboo to get rid of the small emotional support laser. Oh wait, no, it's not an emotional support small laser. It's just a small laser. To me, it's only an emotional support small laser if it's an ER small laser. Okay. Okay, of course I'm going to pump up the armor on that side. Then I'm going to pump up the armor right here. I will pump it up just a bit over here. All right. Sorry. Popping my knuckles right next to the microphone. I've got half a ton left to work with. What can I add? Oh, wait. Oh, one of my favorites. Yes. Hunchbacks are great at melee. I'd say it's one of their strongest, features. Is getting up right up to the enemy and just being like, hello! And the enemy's like, please go away. And being like, after you're dead. He's like, just starts crying like, I'm so sorry. Whatever I did. Like, you existed on my lawn. Okay. So, I got the Hunchback working. I'm going to put Mad Dog in the Hunchback. That's where he's going. He's going right in the Hunchback. Yes, he is. That's his mech now. Okay. Is that mission still available? Yes! Okay. Gonna go ahead and just in case of any more glitches, which admittedly aren't super common in this game but do happen. And alright, putting, I just thought of something. Longbow, sorceress. But the Warhammer 2C has arguably most of my firepower right now. And Cockatrice isn't even tuned with it yet. And don't get me wrong, the Hunchback with that AC 20, that's a crap ton of my firepower. But Mad Dog also has Bulwark. He's meant to go in something heavy. I think I'm going to put him in the Warhammer 2C and switch Cockatrice over to the Hunchback. Okay, I'm actually going to redo the way I was formatting this. Hunchback right here. Cockatrice, you are being switched over to the Hunchy. And Jenner, you're going in this lance. And then Longbow with Sorcerer. I just want to rename her Sorceress. That's really what I want to do. I wish I could do that. Valkyrie. I will put Howler in as well for some extra, Ice Tray in his Howler. And then the Chaperone with Redeemer. And then these two. Do you have it? You do. Okay, Crash, who is still sulking. She still has that negative morale thing. It's stupid. Can't I just hire adults? Why won't the game just allow me to hire adults? For Pete's sake. Anybody else? Oh, crap. Alright, well, the only other battle armor handholds I have are currently on the longbow, but Wolfbane doesn't have the sensor thing yet, so I feel like it's perfectly fine to keep him on some elementals in the back for now. Alright, we're deploying. Hopefully we are not punching above our weight. We do have 2 assault mechs. We have a Hunchback. We do have a Blackjack Omni. The Jenner is not a lightweight. We've got the Chaparral, which even in close range has, what, 1 or 2 SRM6s. The Commando. Wait, Wolf did it? Oh, I don't think I brought the Commando. I brought the Howler instead for some more missile support. In retrospect, I think I should have brought the Commando with Wolfbane in there. I think that would have been my better bet. Because don't get me wrong, the Howler is pretty good. However, I don't just want fast. I want can hit hard. And the Howler is just a support mech, to be honest. Okay, well, in retrospect, I would have brought the Commando instead. Alright, there is a wolf base in the region. We have the equipment to level it. However, our recon capability has been diminished. We would like you to take a team to attack the installation, place beacons for our artillery to target, and then exfiltrate. The Commando would have been great for this. I am suddenly craving ramen noodles of all things. And it's almost midnight. I'm trying to think of any place that would even be open that would have ramen noodles. Oh yeah, elementals and tanks can deploy, 100%. And what's more is, James, I can deploy my elementals already attached to either an armored personnel carrier, if I have a tank that can hold troops inside of it. I can deploy my battle armor already inside of it, or on the back of a mech that has handholds. Uh-oh. Oh, this is definitely a problem. Man. Oh boy. I've never had one this spread out before. I guess I've never had a fire. Ouch, that hurt. Ow, that was painful. I guess I've never had a fire for effect on this map. Because having them drop you this far out,
Roger.
this is really far out.
Aye, aye. Advancing, I guess.
Advancing, I guess. Man, I'm not sure about this.
Moving out.
I am not 100% convinced that I've got what it takes to complete this mission.
I'm there.
Because there will be a lot of return fire. Like, they will be shooting at me like mad. I'm going to start throwing artillery at this thing. Oh, they won't let me. I'm out of range. Oh, look how close I am. Okay, alright. So I'm just going to have to move closer. The Arrow 4 does not have the range.
Moving out.
Okay, Kragerov. I can't wait for someone to... Let me get rid of that. I can't wait for someone making a mech game that works like Metal Gear 5 works. Like the research, the gadgets, the supports from the mother base, and most of all, the liberty of approach to the mission. You have just parameters. Now go for it as you'd like. Dude, I've never played Metal Gear 5, but that sounds interesting. I might check that game out. Huh.
Standing by.
Okay. Luckily, I've got one fast mech. The Howler is pretty quick. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to be
Affirmative.
doing a lot of skirting.
Moving.
Okay, the Jenner is decently quick. I think maybe I can do this if I'm really careful about not getting into the main teeth of their range. Well, I don't really have a choice. That one right there, if they have turrets around the base... Wait. Wait a second. Is that my future escape route? I have a massive criticism for this game. That is something I really despise about it. And I think... Oh, wait a second. What the heck? It's just straight up not letting me. Oh, geez, never mind. I thought I was out of range before, but... Ah, dang it. Maybe the game just isn't letting me fire my artillery, which would be really stupid. Metal Gear 5 is 30 euros. I feel like I've scammed the people... I feel like I've scammed the people selling it. And it goes on sale often, too. Oh, dang. You feel like you've scammed them by buying it for 30 euros? Okay. That does sound like it must be good.
On it.
Ready to rock.
Moving to position.
Moving.
Heading out. Affirmative.
Okay. Alright, so Ice Tray can move pretty quick. If I have Ice Tray move to right there, that should be just enough to reach that at full evasion still.
Move order received.
Okay. And then you are going to... Oh, dang it. You are going to move to right there. Unfortunately, tanks just do not do well in water, so I have to keep the chaparral on land. But the mechs can go in the water just fine. I haven't aggroed anybody yet, but I only have 7 rounds left to deploy. And the second target zone is right there. Man, it is so far away. Okay, well, at least this is easy. Attention, all wolf forces, focus fire on the mechs, placing beacons for artillery fire. Fire at will bring them down. Ironically, we're not even in contact yet. Krakoff, it's too good for the price. It could be easy $90 game in today's industry. Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some older games that absolutely outclass modern games without any debate. But to have somebody actually say that, dang. Perhaps it has to do with it isn't really finished since the creator left before that and the studio just wrapped it up. But man, what a game. Are you serious? The studio wrapped up the game and it's still that good? Man, that is mind-blowing to me. That is rare. Okay, well, we're going to be deploying 2 beacons in the... Wait, where's the enemy force? Where are they? I wonder if they're all congregated around the last beacon. Oh, man, that would be rough. That would be really rough if I get over there and they're all just around the final beacon. Oh, man, I'd just be like, okay, we're done. I've never deployed onto a fire for effect on this map before, so don't really know what to expect.
On the move.
Oh, we finally have enemy contact. Where? I don't see anyone.
I shall keep my feet down.
Not just Alpha, we deployed 2 beacons.
Reserving action.
It's just that last beacon is literally so far away. It is not funny.
Aye, aye. Holding.
So Kragerov, I could install that and show it to you in Discord if you're up for it. This week I'm free to play in the evening/nights. I mean, if I Discord is horrible about notifying me about things. I don't know why, but it rarely sends me notifications. But if I happen to see that you're on, I'll absolutely hop on and watch you play. I'd be interested.
Got something you want done? Roger.
Shoot. Okay, it's only a 25-ton mech over there, but still. The good news is that clanners are terrible at melee, and right now as a light mech, that's my big yo. You are kidding me. They've got... Oh, okay, James, if you're still in chat, this is our bane. Do you see, you see a fire moth. 1, if you're fighting clanners, you have to be aware of enemy power armor. Because if it gets on your mech, it's going to cause you problems. And then, 2, fire moths are super fast mechs. They have like no armor and next to no weapons. But they're built to carry enemy power armor. So they'll run right up to you, and then their power armor will hop right off their mech and hop right onto yours and start tearing your mech apart. And that's why whenever I see a fire moth, I'm like, that thing, I always check. And you see that second health bar right there? And how you see 3 and then 3? That means it's got power armor riding on it. So it's puppy guarding the target zone here. And especially for my howler, those elementals will tear that little light mech apart. They will shred it. A single squad of elemental power armor would eventually tear apart any mech if they had the chance. But a little howler, no chance.
What are your orders, Skipper?
So yeah, my day just got a little more interesting. Freaking great.
Receiving you. No shooting, just running.
And I don't know if my Jenner can make that distance. I know the Howler can, but I don't know if the Jenner can. James, how does power armor work in this game? So power armor, in my opinion, is a little bit janky, and I say that because defensively, power armor is garbage. If enemy power armor attacks your mech that has your own power armor on it, your own power armor will do nothing to defend your mech, which is stupid. They should do something, but instead they just sit there and allow not only the mech they're riding on to get attacked, but they get hurt too. So they'll literally just sit there while someone jumps onto their mech and starts shooting them in the face. And they'll just be like, man, I really wish I could do something about this guy shooting bullets in my face, who's right here in my face, and I could easily just shoot them back, but no. That's the stupid part. The mean part is they will literally actually start tearing an enemy mech apart. If they get onto you, if they successfully swarm, they'll start doing periodic damage to your mech, and eventually they'll get it. They'll tear your armor off and start getting at the insides. They will eventually kill your mech. Your mech has defensive options, such as you can purposely fall over, but that has the risk of hurting the pilot. You can run really erratically, where you're maximizing your mech speed and just trying to run really fast. Not super effective either, though, because one, then the enemy power armor does drop off your mech, but well, there's a chance they will. It's not guaranteed. And if they manage to hold on, then it was for nothing. Yeah, every turn you'll take damage from them attacking your mech. And it's not like your allies can do anything about it. Your allies cannot shoot the power armor off of you. Or if they... I mean, it would be cool if they could, but it would be realistic where there'd be the potent risk of them killing your mech. Like, they'd be shooting you. So, if you have a mech that's got enemy power armor on it, that mech's got to just help itself. Another thing that you can do is you can have your mech use its arms to try and scrape off the enemy power armor. That potentially will work as well. The option I like, though, for example, if I had my Jenner who has jump jets, I'd actually, let's say my Jenner and my Howler were over here together, I'd actually purposely have my Jenner run in first and then let their power armor hop on the Jenner. And the reason why I would do that is then I would use erratic maneuvers and then I would use jump jets because it kills the enemy power armor. The erratic movements is where you run as fast as you can and then you're trying to shake off enemy power armor. But if you have jump jets and use erratic maneuvers, and then, you know, when you land, the enemy power armor is usually completely destroyed. And it's very effective. Problem is, my Howler has no jump jets. None. So if they get on my Howler, it has very limited options. Its armor is thin. It's very weak. And I need to get it over here to drop this last artillery beacon. The problem is, when I do so, if they kill it in the same turn, the beacon doesn't get dropped. It has to end the turn. So there is that risk. For friendly power armor, if you get friendly power armor onto an enemy mech, you have to be careful about shooting at that mech after that, because then you can hit your own power armor when you shoot at the enemy mech. And if I have power armor on my own mech, it's an allied mech, and the enemy starts shooting at the mech that has my power armor on it, my power armor that's currently latched onto the back of my own mech, basically riding it into battle, because my power armor doesn't move very fast by itself. It needs to have a ride. And so if it's latched onto the back of one of my mechs, and that mech starts getting shot, there's a chance the power armor might take the hit instead. Which power armor doesn't have a lot of armor and HP and whatnot. Like, they're very squishy. So that can go badly very quick, which is one of the reasons why my longbow, which has, you know, some power armor attached to it, it moves really slowly. If they start hitting it, my power armor can be in trouble really quick, which is why this is generally a bad idea. Don't put power armor onto assault mechs unless those assault mechs can move really fast. It's not a good idea. The only reason why I'm doing it with Wolfbane back here is because my longbow is sticking in the very back, and Wolfbane probably isn't going to see a lot of... I'm having him train in the power armor to get his pilot experience up. He doesn't need to be fighting too much in this one. Yeah, in any case. Alright, and that's working. Okay. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now, though, is force the power armor to take their turn. Oh, but my Howler's already moved. Okay, so that's not going to do anything useful right there. Never mind. Okay. And I'm outside of missile range None of my weapons have the range to shoot that fire moth, which sucks because currently that fire moth only has 1 evasion. It would make a great target right now. Yeah, out of range of my missiles, out of range of everything.
Yes, Commander.
Well, no, by the time the artillery can fire, that's no good.
Copy that.
Is there anything on the base itself to shoot at? No, I mean, anti-aircraft generator. It's not a target. It would have anti-aircraft generator on here if it were meant to be a target. Okay, but what I'm going to do... I am going to place this right here to at least provoke the fire moth into moving. Because the enemy AI can see this big old circle here, and they're going to try and stay out of the way. They're going to try and move away from that. So at the bare minimum, I'm going to put that there to get them to stop puppy guarding the beacon. Well, the spot that I'm going to place the beacon.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wait a second, my blackjack has range. Oh, it's that light Gauss. Oh, but it's a low chance to hit. I mean, I'll take the shot.
Sometimes you gotta adjust for kicks and straight to the head.
Oh well. It was worth taking the shot.
Suppressive fire?
Oh, he said suppressive fire? That's true. If you're in a fire moth and you see a Gauss rifle round fly past you, there's that moment of like, oh, if that had hit me. I've been in plenty of games where all of a sudden a heavy round flew by me, and even though it missed me and I was moving super fast, it was still like, oh, that was scary. And it shakes you up a little bit. So logically, that could affect morale. Man, suddenly I'm craving pancakes. Oh, man, I can smell pancake. Oh, I'm hungry now, man. Man. Ooh. Oh, that was an ERPPC. What are you? Oh, a cephalius? Oh. Dude, I don't know why you didn't move closer. Those ER micro lasers could have torn my howler apart. Your ERPPC was most likely going to miss, but those ER micro lasers were far likelier. If I had been in control of that, I would have moved a lot closer and then fired.
Got it.
Wait. Oh. Oh, okay, James. So this power armor is called Golem power armor. And it cannot latch onto your mech. This is basically really slow moving power armor, but it carries a crap ton of firepower. It will shred a light mech. These 5 guys alone would rip my howler to pieces if they got a clean shot at it. Like that squad of power armor has far more firepower than the fire moth that they unloaded from. But the good news is that if Phantom activating, and you're kidding me, I just barely can't reach it. That's not going to count. It's going to be 1 shy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run right behind this guy and shoot him in the back, and then I'm going to go for the beacon. But the good news is that as long as I can stay out of their firing arc, I should actually be okay. Like, they're super slow moving, they cannot latch onto your mech, but they do have a lot of firepower, but as long as they don't have range, they're no threat. What's curious is that there's not a lot defending this base. This is a big old base, and there's like nothing here. Okay, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know this, if you have artillery that's trying to fire, to tell them not to fire, just tell them to brace instead. And then they don't waste the round. Like if it's an artillery round that, like that one, it wasn't going to hit anything, now I didn't waste the round. Come on. Work. Man, those lag spikes can get really annoying.
I got it. Don't think. Don't shoot. Just run.
Man, not making much headway. Oh, this is an assault mech. I'm so used to Mad Dog being in the Cicada that I just automatically thought he was in it.
If you say so.
Good to go, boss. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
Ready for orders.
Okay, if I get onto land, the Jenner will at least be running faster. In 5 rounds, the Jenner could make it. So if worst case scenario, if I lose the Howler, the Jenner can still make that, I think.
Roger that.
I know it's closing, Darrow. Shut up. Man, why's Darrow always got to say the most obvious thing? It's really annoying every time he does that. Okay, now they're going to try and return the favor, but my evasion's way higher than theirs. Ooh. You see, that's what I meant. Remember earlier when I said I would have gotten a lot closer and then fired all those micro lasers? Like, at this high of evasion, look at all the heat he gathered. And I think he only fired a few of his micro lasers. I would turn off the ERPPC and turn on all of those micro lasers and then shoot, because they ignore evasion. The ERPPC doesn't. It's so much likelier to miss. Don't get me wrong, if it hits, it's going to do a crap ton of damage, but man, I would have 100% have gone for those micro lasers instead. Okay, Crash, you're right there. So what I'm going to have you do... Oh, we're going to reserve a bunch more. Come on. Alright, I'm going to have... Mr. Thunder Bunny here. Run forward. Gonna have him... no, that's not worth it. Oh, no! Like an imbecile. Oh, I'm angry at myself now. I had a plan, and I ruined it. Okay, alright. I'm just gonna breathe and calm down. I'm gonna breathe and calm down.
I've got a sensor lock.
I forgot. It's okay to forget.
What's up, boss?
It's perfectly fine.
Ready for orders.
Admittedly, I'm still angry.
Heading out. Attacking from position.
Oh,
Nothing.
What now? I'll try. Orders? On it.
okay, fire moths are so weak. I mean, they're not meant to be strong. Don't get me wrong, I know that, but... Okay. The Howler should be able to run up, drop the beacon, and then get out. I'm going to fire on the Golem power armor. I might still lose the Howler because they're going to move before my Howler does. However, at 10 evasion, I think my Howler will survive. But even if it doesn't, it will still drop the beacon, which is the important part.
Commander. Good to go.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and stress the Golem power armor out some more by dropping artillery on them.
Heading out.
I'm going to fire the Golem power armor some more.
Confirm. Affirmative.
Observer actual. This is fire control. Target locked. Firing for effect. HE 5 rounds. Danger close. Observer actual is fire control. Shot over. Splash in 30. Fire control. This is observer actual. Confirmed. Shot out. Okay, so now I need to give this place a very wide berth. I need to gain some distance. Alright, yeah, the Golem Power Armor is still going to go before me, most likely. Oh, the whatever that name is. How do you pronounce that? The Cephalus. It went first instead. That was a mistake in my opinion. I don't know why the AI is doing this, but they need to get in close and use all those micro lasers. When something has 10 evasion, you do not shoot at it with an ERPPC and expect the same results as what literally 8 micro lasers would do. Those things ignore evasion, and 8 of them, you only need a few of them to hit, start punching through a Howler's power armor. And the Golem armor alone would have been far likelier to hit and do serious damage. But instead, my Howler's going to get away. Because all I got to do is get my Howler around this rock here. And then the Golem power armor has no chance of catching it. We're good. Yeah, they shoot at my power armor. I mean, fair is fair. I've been shooting at theirs.
System holding.
I would do the same. But now I'm going to have my power armor retreat back to my mech. Then use their sensor. Oh, James, this is what I spam power armor for. The sensor lock ability. I have it. I literally oftentimes have power armor just to use the sensor lock ability to strip evasion off of enemy mechs. If they don't have an ECM suite, it works on them. And then a light mech that's moving super fast, I can strip off a crap ton of evasion and then shred it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commander.
Holding for tactical advantage. Holding.
Literally, look, this unit is a location are at risk of destruction. I was about to move my Jenner there. Oh my gosh. Maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't do that.
Confirmed. All weapons are go. Critical hit, Commander.
Basically took out half that thing's firepower. Oh, well, yeah, that would be about half.
Receiving you. Roger.
One might hit. Ooh, that was a solid hit. Yeah, that fire moth is already toast.
I'm here. Going as fast as I can.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not going to take the shot. I want to have the pilot bleed out because recovering in there's not going to be much salvage on this mission. And I just remembered I purposely left it at 5 salvage because I wanted to salvage a bunch of clan tech. But for some reason they're not deploying anything. Like there's been next to nothing on this mission. It's honestly kind of aggravating. So at least if I get the fire moth intact,
Affirmative, Commander.
it'll be something.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Not much, but
Give it to him then.
Warning. Incoming artillery fire.
Acknowledged.
One more turn and that guy should be done.
I copy. Commander? Going full throttle.
Okay. I really want to kill that golem power armor before it finds its range. The amount of firepower it has, I cannot understand. Well, I can understate, but for it being freaking power armor, it's genuinely scary. Okay, let's try to take a couple of these guys out before they find their range. Nope. That is how heavily armored these guys are. Unless I missed both shots. Maybe I did.
Throttling up for what it's worth.
Did you hear that? She said throttling up for what it's worth. In other words, she was acknowledging that her mech is really slow.
Roger that. Confirm. Quick stepping.
Okay, firing. Okay, we're finally starting to take some of them out. I think that was... Oh! Yeah, that was 2 of them. There's only 3 left. Oh, there's only 2 left.
Commander.
Commander.
Roger that.
I think she can finish him off.
Here we go. Oh, you're good
Yes!
now. Yes, you are.
Believe it or not, they were the main threat on the field. That ERPPC, who should still be over there somewhere, what the fuck happened to that guy? Is arguably as much of a threat, but I'm sorry.
Good to go.
The way that mech was running around, it just did not feel threatening. Could have been, but wasn't. If I'd been in control of that mech, I definitely wouldn't have played it the same way the AI was doing it. That's for certain.
Huzzah!
Oh, they're not letting me watch the fireworks. Oh. Fire control is observer actual. Good effect on target. Target destroyed. Well. Mission is a success. The enemy ERPPC finally hits. It's like they heard me and that guy was determined to make one good hit. Problem is he shot the Warhammer 2C, which can easily take that much damage. I was like, he's like, I made a difference. I scratched your armor. Oh, all right. Well, at least we'll get the fire moth. Not that that accounts for much. At least it's something to sell.
Tactical advantage.
Receiving you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take care of that enemy power armor. So I'm gonna have the blackjack power on ahead. And no, not in range yet. What about you though? Ah, still not in range. So I'll turn on your evasion and have you still make that jump.
Engage.
Ready for orders.
Ready for orders. Hey. Okay.
So far, my Hunchback hasn't gotten any action, but that is the problem with Hunchbacks. You know, AC-20, it's a mean thing, but Hunchbacks are slow Juggernauts. Juggernauts, but slow.
Full speed.
I mean, they call the urban mech, you know, an assault mech in disguise, you know, in a trash can. But what's that make the traditional hunchback? Sorry, the orthodox hunchback.
Hightailing it, yes I am.
Hightailing it, yes I am.
I got you.
Sorry.
Receiving you. Understood. Moving fast.
Commander. Roger that.
No retreat. Hold it.
Okay, let's see if he gets one last shot in. Oh, he did. Yeah. And that did hurt. He's got 3 evasion. So I have the blackjack. Oh, yeah, gotta reserve until I can move the blackjack. Come on. So the blackjack moves as fast as he can, which admittedly is probably right there. Is that range? Yep, that's range. And then I have the elemental power armor. Hop onto him. Whoa, let me check. Yep, that's range. Okay. So, hop on. Also sensor lock. And then that little mech has no evasion left. And now I can just crisp it.
Standing by. Confirmed.
Well, we'll see if one of those hits. Nah. 42% is pretty low.
Failed to connect. I'm here.
Commander?
Okay. Gonna run closer.
On the move. Full speed. Giving him everything I got. Right here. Hauling ass.
It's something. Might as well take the shot. 1 or 2 missiles are hit. Exactly 2, but 3 damage apiece. A 66% chance to hit. What if I jump on top of this little hill here? But then my medium lasers don't have range. I'd rather have them in the fight as well. Almost there.
Reporting. Critical hit.
I'd like it if I could salvage this little mech. But odds are that's not going to happen.
Confirmed.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I saw something explode. Oh, two salvage isn't enough to build it, though.
Yes, Commander.
But I should be able to sell the parts. Come on, thank you. Okay, at least the Chaparral is back on land, so she can get some decent speed out of it. Okay, time to start heading back, everybody.
Moving.
Dead 4. Affirmative.
Roger that.
Oh, inbound kill team boss. We lingered a bit too long. Their quick reinforcements are getting here shortly. Well, that means we've got more salvage that's about to show up.
Position.
Just don't know where precisely.
Okay.
Moving.
Moving. I got you. Coordinates received.
Good to go. I will keep my heat down.
Okay, let's see where they land.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Okay, It's a bit of a distance away. I can deal with that. Oh, and they're closing in. So I don't have to worry about that massive stack of evasion. Wait a second. Is it one mech? I thought it said kill team. Okay. Alright. Let's... I think they deployed one measly mech.
Got you on sensors, buddy.
Ugh. Okay.
Ready for order. Roger.
What is it? A mislinks. If I take it intact, that's actually okay salvage. I'll go for center torso. Oh geez. Yeah, he's nearly done.
Standing by.
Maybe my Jenner?
No shooting, just running.
No, there will be shooting. Just not too much, hopefully. Oh, he'll bleed out now.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't need to worry about that now. Everybody, pack it up. Head to the LZ. We'll get at least 2 salvage out of that. That's decently sellable, but in the future...
yeah,
I don't know. I totally
confirmed.
thought we were going to get more out of that. I'm quite frustrated.
All right, let's move. Standing by. On the move. Full speed.
Order. Roger that. Commander. Keeping it cool. Yes. Go, go, go. Waiting for my
Alright, now according to the bleed out thing, he should bleed out right after he fires. But it doesn't always work right. Yeah, see? Yeah, he's fine. It doesn't always work correctly. Because I'm pretty sure it said 1 turn, and that was 1 turn, but... I've noticed that particular thing is a little glitchy. It doesn't... There was a time in this very live stream where it said it'll be 2 turns till they bleed out, and then they bled out in 1 turn. I was like, what? Like, don't get me wrong, that helped me, so it was good for me, but that still is frustrating because it just makes it even more confusing. Like, please be consistent. Right now, I'm getting the impression that BattleTech Advanced thinks 1 is 2 and 2 is 1.
I'm here. Throttling up for what it's worth. Yeah.
Yup.
Come on.
Orders. Copy that.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. James, if you're paying attention right now, this right here is very important because sometimes, you know, you're at an impassable cliff and it would take a long time to go around the long way. So you go down to abilities right here, you hit careful maneuvers, and you can bypass, you know, very slowly, but still bypass rough terrain by using careful maneuvers. You don't move very fast, but they at least have a function in the game to help you get units out of impassable spots. Sometimes I have a unit dropped, literally, they're deployed into a spot that they can't move from. So having that function, super helpful. Yep, pilot incapacitated. I wish the mission would just end here. It'd be really convenient if it did. There, on other missions, it ends it as soon as there's no enemy forces left. But for some reason, on this particular mission, it won't do that. I don't know why.
From on high.
Commander.
Nice. This should be it. We are done. Target is destroyed. Pack it in, Commander. We're done here.
Mission successful.
5x5. Alright, come on. Show me the beeswax. I really need to get some urban mechs running up here. I love my urban mechs. I don't even think I have any in my roster right now. Fighting clanners. Can't really salvage a lot of urban mechs from clanners, can you? Maybe I have some salvage. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay. Alright, so the Feralius is going to be the most valuable mech, but just like all of the present mechs, I didn't salvage it all. All I did was salvage pieces of it. Like, that's the case with all of them, unfortunately. And I don't already have any pieces of any of them. But the Fire Moth is definitely the least valuable. I'll go for the Cephalia, whatever the frag is called. Then the Mistlinks, and then one... Wait a second. No, I don't want to go for the Fire Moth at all. I just want to... One SRM6 would improve my commando massively. Just one. So that's what I'm grabbing to make sure I get one. They even gave me an SRM4. That also will. Clan XL engine. Ooh, got some more ferrofibrous armor. Well, clan heatsinks aren't going to do me any good without a clan heatsink kit. So all they do is taunt me and make me wish I had one. Ammo explodes. Don't have too much of it. Also, don't run out of ammo. But you do you, Chief. Well, you know what they say. Case is protection. Case is life. It's true. And there's some case protection that's way better than others. There's some case protection that gets included in the armor. Alright, load today. Okay, and I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? Oh, mech bay. Alright, let's get the Howler under... Well, is there any modifications we might want to make to the Howler? Wait, what? Hit repair. Go here. I mean, I've got one to spare. 17.5. The Howler isn't like an amazing mech, but I could either fit 5 jump jets onto it or a faster engine. Ooh, half a ton too heavy. Okay. Fair. However, ammo. Do I... You're telling me I don't have half a ton of ammo? Are you serious? What the frag? I mean, I suppose I could strip off the small laser, but it's literally the only thing on this thing that doesn't rely. Well, then again, 15 rounds, 240. Let's do the math. 15, 20, 15, 20, 15, 30. 60, 120. That's 16 rounds of ammo. Okay, for now I'll strip off the small laser. And let's see, what was the speed before? 210 to 315. What's it now? Oh, dude, this thing could be flying. So yeah, if I need a really fast mech, this thing should do it. All right, I will go ahead and say yes. And then the Jenner. Pretty sure there's no modifications we want to make to this. I know I thought about the heavy Pharaoh. Oh, way to split. Well, I don't know where I'd put all the saved tonnage. Here, let me go like this really quick. I know I wanted to improve the Commando first. The Commando is the priority for those SRMs. So what I can do is strip out that SRM4, put in this SRM6. I am going to do the same right here, technically speaking. Put the SRM4 there, and then put the SRM2 here. Crap, I don't remember what it was at before. All that does is equalize. The heat still spikes. Okay, so I'd be replacing an SRM4 with an SRM2, and that's when damage goes down. But if I replace that with one of these SRM4s, the tonnage just equalizes, and I've got more heat to deal with. So that doesn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, it's because of that SRM6 right there. And I don't have a better heatsink kit to put on this thing. So for the sake of keeping things heat neutral, I will put that SRM2 right there for now. That way, I can slap on an extra heatsink to help deal with some of that extra heat that I'm going to be accumulating. It won't deal with all of it, and then I can throw on some more armor. Nice, okay. So it is a little bit less firepower. Well, then again, I did upgrade this one to an SRM6, and then I downgraded one of the SRMs to an SRM4. I mean, sorry, to a 2. And I have a slight heat deficiency as a result. So overall, it is no, the firepower remains approximately the same, well, with a slight heat deficit. So yes, negative. But once I get a better heatsink kit that I can put on this thing, it'll completely nullify the heat. So it's a little bit negative right now, but I'm willing to swing that. And then this, I'm just going to repair it for now. Okay, all right. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call the live stream good right there. At the very least, I will be seeing y'all in 1 week. And, well, thanks y'all very much for tuning in. It was good to have you. And, taking the 1 week off was, I feel like it gave me enough of the break that I needed. In any case, I will see y'all next week. And, just remember, if you die between now and then, you will be brought back by a necromancer at your own expense. Quality will not be assured. So don't die. Alright. See ya. Night. And for Kragerov, good morning. was about to say freaking Italians. Alright. Don't y'all be getting in too much trouble or do. Always up to you. Toodles, y'all.